Want to stay strong, sharp, and full of energy no matter your age? Look around, and you'll see some people in their 70s and 80s still active, vibrant, and thriving, while others struggle with fatigue, illness, and memory loss. What's the difference? Is there a secret to not just living longer, but actually feeling better, stronger, and happier as the years go by? The answer is yes, and here's the best part: you can do it too. Science has proven that aging doesn't have to mean decline. Research from Harvard shows that by following just 5 simple habits, you can add more than a decade to your life while slashing your risk of diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and dementia. Imagine waking up every morning feeling energetic, clear-headed, and in control of your health. It's possible, and it starts today. In this video, we'll break down these 5 powerful habits that can transform the way you age. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because habit number 5 is so unexpected yet life-changing that even experts are amazed. So, if you're ready to take control of your health and make the most of your golden years, hit the like button to help spread this message to others who need it. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more powerful tips to keep you healthy, strong, and living life to the fullest. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to aging well, starting right now. Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling more exhausted than when you went to bed? Do you sometimes wonder why some people in their 70s and 80s still seem so full of life, while others struggle with fatigue, aches, and forgetfulness? The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It doesn't have to mean feeling weak, losing independence, or watching your energy fade away. In fact, with just a few simple daily habits, you can feel stronger, sharper, and more vibrant than ever before. If you've ever thought to yourself, I just don't have the energy I used to, or my body doesn't move the way it once did, you're not alone. But what if I told you that you have the power to change that? No expensive supplements, no complicated routines, just 5 simple habits that can transform how you age. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Aging isn't about watching the years go by. It's about living fully, staying independent, and feeling great in your body every single day. And today, I'm going to share with you 5 golden habits that will help you do exactly that. Let's dive in. The first habit might surprise you because it's something so simple, yet so powerful: walking. Now, before you think, I already know walking is good for me, let me ask you this: are you really using walking as a tool to improve your health? Or are you just going through the motions? Because there's a difference. Walking isn't just about moving from one place to another, it's about how you walk, how often you walk, and what it does to your body over time. When you walk regularly, you're doing so much more than just exercising. You're strengthening your heart, improving circulation, keeping your joints flexible, and even boosting your mood. Harvard Medical School found that people who walk at least 30 minutes a day lower their risk of heart disease by up to 40%. That's almost like having a natural shield against one of the biggest health risks as we age. But it doesn't stop there. Walking also helps lower blood sugar, reduces blood pressure, and even improves digestion. And let's talk about brain health for a moment. Have you ever noticed how a short walk can clear your mind, lift your mood, or help you think more clearly? That's because walking releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that help fight stress and anxiety. Research shows that walking can even slow down cognitive decline and lower the risk of dementia. The best part? You don't need to walk for hours to see these benefits. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. If you haven't been walking much lately, start small. Take a slow, relaxing stroll around your neighborhood. Find a park, a scenic pathway, or even just walk inside your home if needed. The key is consistency. Over time, as your endurance builds, you'll notice how much easier it becomes, and how much better you feel. Now, let's talk about something just as important: your diet. Because the truth is, what you put into your body matters just as much as how you move it. You wouldn't put bad fuel into your car and expect it to run smoothly, right? The same goes for your body. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is eating foods that drain their energy rather than fuel it. Processed foods, too much sugar, fried foods, they all lead to inflammation, weight gain, and sluggishness. And over time, they contribute to serious health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline. But the good news? Small changes can lead to big improvements. Start by adding more real, whole foods to your diet, foods that your body actually recognizes as fuel. Leafy greens like spinach and kale help strengthen your bones. Berries like blueberries and strawberries protect your brain from aging. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and olive oil keep your heart strong. And protein from sources like fish, eggs, and legumes helps maintain your muscle strength so you stay active and independent longer. And here's a little secret that most people don't think about: hydration. A lot of the fatigue, dizziness, and joint pain that people experience as they age isn't just from getting older. It's from not drinking enough water. Your body is made up of nearly 60% water, and when you don't drink enough, everything slows down: your digestion, your circulation, even your brain function. That's why staying hydrated is one of the easiest yet most overlooked ways to feel younger and healthier. Try this. Next time you feel tired or sluggish, drink a glass of water. You might be surprised at how quickly it perks you up. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses a day, and if plain water isn't appealing, herbal teas, lemon water, or even fresh fruit-infused water can be great alternatives. When you fuel your body the right way, you'll notice something incredible. You won't just feel better physically, but mentally and emotionally too. Your energy levels will rise, your mood will improve, and your body will thank you for it. So, we've talked about walking. We've talked about eating well. But there's another key habit that most people overlook, and it's just as important as the rest. Now that we've covered the importance of walking and eating right, let's talk about another essential habit that has a massive impact on how you age: keeping your mind active. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? Or struggled to remember a name that was just on the tip of your tongue? Maybe you've even had moments where it feels like your brain isn't as sharp as it used to be. If you've ever worried about memory loss or cognitive decline, you're not alone. But here's the good news: your brain is just like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. The idea that aging automatically means memory loss or mental decline is a myth. Yes, your brain changes as you age, but that doesn't mean it has to slow down. The key is to challenge it, just like you would challenge your body with exercise. So, how do you do that? The answer is simple: keep learning. Studies show that engaging in activities that challenge your brain can significantly reduce the risk of dementia and cognitive decline. In fact, research from Harvard Medical School found that people who regularly stimulate their minds through reading, learning new skills, or playing brain games can lower their risk of Alzheimer's by up to 40%. So, what are some easy ways to keep your brain sharp? Reading is one of the best things you can do. It doesn't matter whether it's a book, a newspaper, or even an interesting article. You're feeding your brain new information, keeping it engaged, and improving memory and focus. Learning something new is another powerful tool. Have you ever wanted to learn a new language? Play a musical instrument? Try painting or knitting. These activities force your brain to create new neural connections, which keeps it strong and adaptable. Even something as simple as trying a new recipe, taking up gardening, or learning how to use new technology can give your brain the workout it needs. And let's not forget about puzzles, chess, Sudoku, and crossword puzzles. These aren't just fun, they actively strengthen the brain's problem-solving and memory skills. Think of them like lifting weights, but for your mind. Another important piece of the puzzle? Social interaction. Have you ever noticed how much more alert and energized you feel after a great conversation with a friend? That's because socializing keeps your brain engaged in real-time thinking, emotional processing, and active listening, all of which are essential for mental sharpness. In fact, studies show that people who maintain strong social connections tend to live longer and have a lower risk of cognitive decline. So, don't underestimate the power of staying in touch with family, friends, or even meeting new people. Whether it's joining a book club, taking a class, volunteering, or simply calling an old friend, staying socially active is just as important as physical exercise when it comes to aging well. Speaking of physical exercise, let's talk about something that many people overlook: strength training. You might be thinking, strength training? At my age? But here's the truth: if you want to stay strong, independent, and able to do everyday activities like carrying groceries, getting up from a chair easily, or walking without assistance, you need to keep your muscles strong. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. In fact, after the age of 30, we start losing about 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade if we don't actively work to maintain it. That's why so many people struggle with weakness, balance issues, and even falls as they get older. But the good news is, strength training can reverse this process. Strength training isn't about lifting heavy weights or going to a gym. It's about simple, controlled movements that keep your muscles strong and your bones healthy. Exercises like bodyweight squats, chair stands, or lifting small weights can do wonders for maintaining strength. Even using resistance bands or doing simple movements like heel raises or wall push-ups can help you stay mobile and independent. And the benefits go far beyond muscle strength. Strength training also improves bone density, which helps prevent osteoporosis and reduces the risk of fractures. It boosts balance and coordination, which lowers the chances of falling. And it even enhances metabolism, helping you maintain a healthy weight and keeping your energy levels up. If you're new to strength training, start small. A few minutes a day, a few times a week, can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. By keeping your body strong, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding quality to those years. You're ensuring that you can stay active, do the things you love, and maintain your independence for as long as possible. And now, let's talk about the final habit, one that ties everything together and has the power to completely transform the way you experience aging. We've talked about walking, eating well, keeping your mind active, and strength training. These habits are all incredibly powerful, but there's one more that brings everything together: the power of staying socially connected. Have you ever felt lonely, even when surrounded by people? Or maybe you've noticed that as you get older, your social circle seems to shrink. Friends move away, family gets busy, and suddenly, it feels like meaningful conversations are fewer and farther between. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. But here's the thing: staying socially connected is just as important as eating right and exercising when it comes to aging well. In fact, studies show that loneliness can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how much social interaction impacts your well-being. Think about it. When was the last time you had a truly deep, meaningful conversation with someone? One where you felt heard, valued, and connected? Moments like these don't just make life more enjoyable, they keep you healthier, both mentally and physically. Research from Harvard's longest-running study on adult development found that the strongest predictor of happiness and longevity wasn't wealth, fame, or even genetics, it was relationships. People who maintained strong social ties lived longer, had sharper minds, and even experienced less pain from chronic illnesses. So how do you stay connected as you age? The good news is, it's easier than you think. One of the simplest ways is to make an effort to reach out. Call a friend, invite someone for coffee, or reconnect with an old acquaintance. Sometimes, all it takes is a single message to rekindle a valuable friendship. Another great way to stay engaged is to join a group or community. Whether it's a local book club, a walking group, a hobby class, or a volunteer organization, being part of something bigger than yourself gives you a sense of purpose and belonging. And don't underestimate the power of technology. If your loved ones live far away, take advantage of video calls, social media, or even online groups where you can meet like-minded people. Learning to use technology not only helps you stay connected, but also keeps your mind sharp. If you're feeling hesitant about putting yourself out there, start small. Even something as simple as striking up a conversation with a neighbor or saying hello to someone at the grocery store can create a ripple effect of connection. The bottom line is this: we are meant to connect. Human beings thrive on relationships, and no matter your age, it's never too late to strengthen old connections or build new ones. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've talked about today. These 5 golden habits: walking, eating well, keeping your mind active, strength training, and staying socially engaged, aren't just about adding years to your life. They're about adding life to your years. Aging isn't something to fear. It's a journey, one that can be filled with energy, purpose, and joy if you take care of yourself in the right ways. So, here's the challenge: choose one habit from today's video and start right now. Maybe you go for a short walk, call a friend, or swap out a processed snack for something fresh and healthy. Small steps lead to big changes. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits do you think is the most important? Or do you have your own secret to staying strong and happy as you age? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and help spread this message to more people who need it. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss more life-changing tips on health, happiness, and longevity. Your golden years can be the best years of your life. Let's make them count. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.